So we are still waiting for Finland to accuse our prime minister of anything. They've held our prime minister going to almost 3 months, 90 days. He did not commit any crime. But from what Finland has done, we have now discovered there is a history of what Finland is doing to suppress Christians, to suppress freedom of speech, and to destroy innocent Biafrans using the globalist agenda which Finland is part of right now. That is what Finland is doing. Prime Minister Simon Ekpa has not committed any crime. You put him away now, going to 3 months, because you partner with Nigerian state, a terrorist state that have very, very low score and record in human rights. Finland is now part of that. That is exactly what they're doing. How else could one explain holding our prime minister for almost 90 days without indicting him yet? You isolate him. You want to break him psychologically. And you think we are just going to sit down and watch you and your cohorts in Nigeria. Your cohorts in Nigeria, they will get it real hot. It's a promise. It's a promise. Because at the end of the day, we know this battle between Nigeria and Finland and Biafra, we are going to see how it's going to end up.
All right. So see, at this point, I think we need to be, truthful and be reasonable as well. Because thinking about this whole thing, honestly speaking, is worrisome to me. It is. I have been thinking about this and I said, God, what is really happening? Now, let me say it this way. As I said, we need to be truthful. A couple of weeks ago, about 2 weeks ago, Dr. Mrs. NGOZI ORABUEZE came out and told us that, oh, come on, that very, very soon that our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa will be with us. And that is not the first time she's making that statement. She has, of course, I posted them here on this channel. She has said that about 2 times or 3 times that Biafra should relax, that, Simon Ekpa is going to be with us very, very soon. And the worst thing is that after saying this, some days or probably 1 week later, she will also come out and say, hey, what is happening? Oh, they want to do this to our Prime Minister. They want to do this to our Prime Minister. And it will be a negative news again. And then I begin to wonder what is really happening. Now, please pay attention to this video. I'm not trying to query Dr. Mrs. NGOZI ORABUEZE. I'm not trying to query her. I'm not even trying to, make her look stupid. I'm not trying to question her authorities. I'm not trying to do any of those things. But I'm just trying to be truthful. I'm just trying to, speak out what might probably has been in the mind of so many people, so many Biafrans, so to say. We keep hearing that Simon Ekpa will be with us very soon. And then on the other hand, we keep hearing that Nigeria is trying to, collaborate with Finland to do 1 or 2 things to our Prime Minister. And then the question is, what is really, really happening? Now, I know that probably that NGOZI ORABUEZE may be speaking out of what the lawyer, tells her. All right, yes. Of course, the cabinet has not been able to, visit Simon Ekpa. So every news they are getting is from what the lawyer is telling them. All right. So if the lawyer come out and say, hey, come on, don't worry, he will be with you soon, NGOZI ORABUEZE will still come out to tell us, hey, don't worry, he will be with us soon. And if the lawyer come out and call him and call her and tell her that, see, this case is getting worse, so she will also come out and tell us that the case. So I believe that she's speaking from what the lawyer is telling her. But in real sense, what is happening? Simon Ekpa has not gone to court. They have not, apart from the charges they accuse him of, terrorism, inciting violence, which has been cleared. In the recent time, we have not seen any other charges, and he has not gone to court. What does that tell you? That something is wrong somewhere. There's something that is wrong somewhere. Now, thinking about this, I don't know really what is wrong. But thinking about this, it just reminds me of what I have told you before, and which I would like to tell you again. You see, in this world, there is no rule of law. There is no rule of law anywhere in this world. Even in those civilized countries, in US, in any part of the world, there is no rule of law. What we have in the world is interest. Just take this and keep it at the back of your mind. What we have in the world is interest. What will interest the government is what they are after. They are not after what you gain. What they are after is what they will gain. What they will gain. Now tell me, you have kept somebody in isolation. We don't know if he's in prison, because you cannot keep somebody in prison, somebody that have not gone to court. You can't keep him in prison according to law. The person has to be charged for one thing, taken to court before the lawyer or the judges will pronounce judgment. So Simon Ekpa, we have not seen in lawyer, we have not seen in court, we have not seen any judge pronounce any judgment on him. So it means that he's not in prison. He's probably somewhere isolated. And tell me, how can you keep somebody that you have not charged to court for 90 days in isolation without any indictment, without any charges? This is Finland that everybody is clapping and hailing for supporting freedom of speech, for supporting freedom around the world, for supporting a lot of good things. And now what are we hearing? What are we seeing? And that is why I tell you, there's no rule of law anywhere in the world. What each government or each individual is after is personal interest. Personal interest. Let me just give you a simple scenario of how you may understand it. You see that person where they call you sir, where they answer you oga, they bow down, they greet you, they clean your shoes. Now because you get money, and now because he's getting something from you, the day you become broke, hey God. Anyways, the day you become broke, you will know what that person really is to you. Anyways, I will allow us now to watch this update from Dr. Mrs. NGOZI ORABUEZE and see what she's saying, because something is happening. And at this point, the only thing or the only encouragement I'll give Biafrans is to keep praying. Keep praying. There's nothing more rather than to call up to God to help us, to assist us, to guide us, to protect us, and to give us wisdom to carry on. All right? So please, just take a look at this video that Dr. Mrs. NGOZI ORABUEZE made a couple of days ago. And as you're watching it, you drop your comment on the comment section what you think about this whole thing. All right? And please do not forget, if you're coming across this channel for the first time, do well to subscribe to this channel, right? But for now, please watch this.
Area of any indictment or anything, because we know our prime minister didn't do anything wrong. He is doing exactly what we are doing. All the killings that the Southeast and South delegitimized governors are doing, that is what our prime minister Simon Ekpa was preventing. That is what Nnamdi Kanu was preventing. And the whole world has seen how Finland took away our prime minister, and within that period, hundreds of innocent Biafrans have been murdered by Christopher Musa and TINUBU, using the reintegrated terrorists that they imported into the Nigeria territory. That is what is going on. And that is something that Biafrans have risen up and say, no more. So we are still waiting for Finland to accuse our prime minister of anything. They've held our prime minister, going to almost 3 months, 90 days. He did not commit any crime. But from what Finland has done, we have now discovered there is a history of what Finland is doing to suppress Christians, to suppress freedom of speech, and to destroy innocent Biafrans using the globalist agenda which Finland is part of right now. That is what Finland is doing. Prime Minister Simon Ekpa has not committed any crime. You put him away now, going to 3 months, because you partner with Nigerian state, a terrorist state that have very, very low score and record in human rights. Finland is now part of that. That is exactly what they're doing. How else could one explain holding our prime minister for almost 90 days without indicting him yet? You isolate him. You want to break him psychologically. And you think we are just going to sit down and watch you and your cohorts in Nigeria. Your cohorts in Nigeria, they will get it real hot. It's a promise. It's a promise. Because at the end of the day, we know this battle between Nigeria and Finland and Biafra, we are going to see how it's going to end up. So we heard that some of the items they took from the prime minister, they are returning them. They are yet to send out any indictment. The one that we saw, I think last week, where they now said that it has something to do with a charge on the use of a name like Masters of Law, something like that. We understood that that is not true. That there's no charge like that. Maybe some nonsensical press inside Finland, those that hate us and hate our prime minister, working inside Finland, they are the one that published that, and we're told to just neglect that. Because all of us were waiting on Monday for Finland to charge our prime minister for the Master of Law case. We didn't see anything. And again, what Finland is doing is unacceptable. We have those innocent Biafrans that they picked up with our prime minister. They are still in bondage in Finland. Those innocent individuals can still not use their bank account, can still not get a job, can still not do so many things inside Finland. And some of them, they have their name on the terrorist list by the Finland government. How can you put somebody's name in a terrorist list and you've not even indicted that person as a terrorist? What country does that? You've not gone through the normal process of law. You've not proven that these innocent Biafrans, that they are terrorists. You, Finland government, you went and put the name of these innocent Biafrans under the terrorist list. Why should you do that? And you think the world does not know what you are doing? You think Donald Trump does not know what you are doing? You've not charged somebody as a terrorist. Now you put the name anywhere they go in Finland, anything they seek for is being denied.
What a wonderful question, the anchor of this great platform. First and foremost, I want to say, Simon Ekpa has come out to say, or has outlined countless times that he said that the Nigerian government cannot win Biafra with a barrel of gun for the second time. Now when he said that, see, Nigerian government cannot win Biafra with a barrel of gun, it means that nobody needs to die for them to exit Nigeria. Now, Ojoku fought Biafra in a different dimension. Now, Mazen Mikanu did it via his own dimension. So Ekpa is taking it globally. And now, we've seen world body recognize Biafra. We've seen the UN and then some other global body have come out to endorse the Biafra struggle. So kudos to him, it is a plus. Some persons have come out to say that Simon Ekpa should be discredited, the likes of Ohanes Ndigbo and that of the Southeastern governors. But my question is that you said Simon Ekpa should not be taken serious. Then who should be taken serious? The government who is not willing to protect our people? Is it the people who have refused to speak up when the Igbo man has been marginalized in the country? Is it the same governors who have become a tools in the hands of their Fulani master? So for you to even have a character like Simon Ekpa and Nnamdi Kanu to have come out to say enough is enough, that we are tired of this contraption called one Nigerians. it shows that these people have this mindset that see they can no longer be slave. So for him to have even gone as far as to hire lobbyists that will speak on behalf of Biafra in the world in the UN summit, to me it's a plus, and that alone the voice of Biafrans will be heard globally, and the voice of an Igbo man is also being heard globally. Now let me take it back the line. When Southern Sudan and South Sudan wanted parted ways, nobody killed each other, nobody go through the route of violence. It was done amicably. So Simon Ekpa is doing it amicably for him to convince world leaders that this thing is possible, and why the government of the day, the present government of Nigeria, are not seeing it that way. Thank you. You can also
to the government, to the Nigerian government, be worried about this.
Why would they be worried? The same people have sent assassins to kill Simon Ekpa. Now only he has escaped. So see, one thing about it is that the government of the day, they are panicking. There's panic. You know what it is now? Say a particular tribe or a major tribe to exit your country. You know how an Igbo man is. You know the investment of an Igbo man is in the country. Now imagine in Nigeria without an Igbo man. Let's just imagine that. I mean, dominance. That means the outside man would now dominate virtually every government parastatals in Nigeria. So now the reason why the Igbo man is still believe that's Nigeria is because the Igbo man is still in the contraption called Nigeria. But eventually, if the Igbo man leaves, my brother, the Igbo man will know the true meaning of Nigeria, and then we now know who owns Nigeria. Just like what Angwabula said. He said they are not scared of the Igbos parting, exiting Nigerians. That was what he said. He said they are not scared. Indirectly, that means the other tribe would not have sense of belonging in the country. And we know it. I know it too. And every man now has the spirit of dominance. You cannot dominate him. If Fulani man has the spirit of dominance, for you to dominate him, it will take ages. In terms of population, you cannot dominate them. So one thing is that Ojukwu have foreseen this whole thing. That was why he championed this Biafra struggle. And now, gradually, it is now becoming a reality in this contraction called Nigeria. Now, there are some Igbo men are even tired of the system called Nigeria, just because they feel their brother is still in president. Man, my brother, I can bet you, come 2027, the Yorubas will be championing the Republic more than the Igbo man. I can bet you that. That I'm very certain of. Yes, we will championing because it is certain when their president, when their brother is being kicked away from the presidency, already there is a plot, and which he himself cannot escape. The president himself knows that there is a plot, and then the big shots in the north are forming alliance. You know it. RFI, a powerful influence in the north, is not in the league. Sorry, is not in good terms with the president. And now nobody can take that factor. What RFI did, or I see that made President TINUBU emerge as the president via his own influence. And then we have also the likes of Angulai, which is the chairman of the Northern Order Forum, he said post that election that the other side have supported Tinubu, but come 2027, Tinubu will not get their support. So what does that mean? Now if the average left person is not giving the vote, now where will they get the vote? It just come by 2027. The same thing the universe have been after the votes for. Now they will be the mastermind of it, because I can bet you by 2027 Yoruba will stop, and that's the slogan that will continue to trend, is that we are tired of the country, we want to follow the suit of the government and exit the country, and then the government now will not take them thank them for being unserious, because now that the government is championing for the exit, we are saying the government is not serious. There are claims that the government is not serious, but I can bet you when the system will not catch up with you, then you will know why the government has been championing to exit. Thank you for always coming.